about 30 days ago, myself and two of my best buddies in the whole wide world started a Pokemon trading card business here in the UK with about £1,000 of our own money. And we are trying to figure this out together. I wanted to make a video. We wanted to make a video where we could just give you guys full backstage passes, authentic discussion about why we're doing this, how we've developed the business, how it's all been working out financially, what's the future of it, all that kind of stuff. And then hopefully here on the channel, so, if you want to follow and subscribe and all that stuff, hopefully here on the channel, we're going to have all kinds of updates and breaking news and like just content. As I mentioned, I am a streamer by trade anyway, so hopefully I can bring some of that magic here to the Pokemon space as well. And then also, we want to look at providing you guys, potentially, if you're here in the UK, you're looking to get a legitimate, trustworthy vendor to get some Korean, Japanese, and Chinese cards specifically right now, then I want to highlight to you guys why we might be a really good source for that. Some, pros to why you could potentially use us as a vendor. And why we are a little bit more legit than a normal business would be. And I think it just comes down to the fact that Jordan's already an established business. He's got a lot of reviews. He's got a lot of happy customers. So you can show that there's like, a reputation there. And then also with myself, I'm a live Twitch streamer. So, I'm out there. So I'm not, there are a lot of really shady streamers, but I like to think I've never been one of them. So I look at keeping that. So that's a bit of what I want to discuss. I did mention that we don't really do English cards right now because for us to supply English cards, the scene is so crazy. We'd basically just be scalping, and we don't want to be doing that. Morally, it doesn't feel good. It's slimy. We hate them ourselves. So, we don't want to be doing all that. So we're looking at basically just the Asian card market at the moment. Maybe eventually we can get established enough to be a legitimate vendor for English as well and get you guys some better deals there. So that's our aim. And we'll see how that goes. So why we got started. So Jordan has a daughter. She is, she's like 5 or 6 or something. And he gets Pokemon cards for her. And I think in part in doing some of this, of getting her packs of cards, he sort of rediscovered a bit of his own collection and decided to get some cards graded and sent off to Ace here in the UK. I think he's also sent some off to Tag in America, but it's taking like months and months to get it all sorted and to get them back. So we've already had our cards back from Ace. We got them like really quick actually, and I'm gonna show some of them off. So we did Secret Santa in December actually. In fact, wait, there we go. We did Secret Santa in December, and Jordan got me this, which is a Tag Team Venusaur at a 9, which is really sick, and it's actually PSA. I didn't even forgot it's PSA, so that's really cool. And so he got me this, and then that got me like, oh, dude, I'd stopped collecting for a couple years. Don't bring me back into it. And then I ended up sending off some cards with him to Ace. So I've got I got an Ace 10 of the 151 Mew, which is really sick. This is like the promo card from the UPC. So that getting a 10 of that is sick. And then I've got the Pikachu from Crown Zenith, which is one of my favorite Pikachus of all time. I really love like cameos. Then I've got the Dialga as well at a 9. These 9s were really close to a 10, so that's unfortunate. But hey, I was just really happy to get back some decent results. So we sent off some cards with Ace and got them graded. It was like just really fun. We enjoyed it. We were talking about creating could we get into the Pokemon space? Like, could we actually look at it as a legitimate avenue of making some money? And we're all very interested in Pokemon. Like I say, Paul's had a collection. Me and Jordan have been collecting as well. I'd say we've been collecting. Like I've been collecting since like Evolution. I dipped a toe back in, which was 2016, and then I fully got back into it with Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith was such a good set, dude. There was so many good pulls. And just every pack was a hit. It was crazy. It was such a good set. Which, by the way, you should go check out V-Star Universe. You can get it in Korean and you can get it in Japanese right now. And it's like, we opened up a box the other day. Every pack hit. I think it's actually like it's just every pack is at least an EX. So it feels so good to open. It's a little bit more expensive, but the fact that you're getting guaranteed hits, I think makes it worthwhile. So we got into it a little bit more. We got into the collecting, and then we looked at like, right, can we do this? So it started out with Jordan actually getting in contact with some vendors over in Japan, and then we bought like, I think Jordan must have bought up maybe like £400 worth of product just over the course of a couple of weeks, where he bought some singles. You can buy like 100 singles for X amount of money. I don't actually know. I would tell you if I knew, but you can buy some singles. Like Jordan handles all of the inventory, but you can buy some singles. So you can buy bulk singles of like ARs and SRs and things, and then you can buy booster boxes. And so we looked to grab some of those and then see how that worked and how that would operate. And so we started off with like a very small investment of maybe like £400 over the course of a couple of weeks. And that was just in Japanese, because at first we didn't even have a vendor for like Korean or Chinese, and we've since gotten those. And to be fully honest with you guys, if you wanted to contact these vendors, you probably could. I don't know if you would get good rates on if you just wanted like 2 packs. I don't think they're going to do that. But if you're buying in bulk, which again, most people can't afford to go drop like $1,000 at once on some cards or more. But that's why we can be that intermediate where you can just buy 2 packs from us if you want, or you can just buy some singles from us if you want, right? So you don't have to do such a massive investment all at once. But I think you can contact them on like Instagram and stuff like that, right? But let us take on the risk for you. If we get scammed, don't worry. You don't have to get scammed. So that's what we were doing. And we started initially checking out this website, Whatnot. So we started checking out Whatnot. This is why I was initially brought on, because Jordan doesn't feel comfortable on camera, doesn't want to be doing the live stream component. That's why he brought me on, because he knows I'm comfortable with it. And I was obviously really, as soon as he spoke to me about Whatnot, I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is such a cool concept. So Whatnot is basically just a live marketplace for all kinds of goods. But we're looking specifically at Pokemon here. Now, this is the same as eBay Live or TikTok Shop, which you've, I'm sure, heard of. But Whatnot is probably the biggest when it comes to Pokemon. So if I just click on a random stream here, I was checking out this vintage guy earlier when I was just hanging out. So this guy, has ended. But if I click on, let's click on this stream here. So this guy's doing like £1 start cards, I think. So they'll just like throw up a card on screen. People will start bidding. It will go up and up and up. The really cool thing with Whatnot is it's inverted to Twitch. Wow, that's a really nice card. You actually want to, in a way, watch streamers with fewer viewers, because they're going to be fewer people that you're bidding against. So you're probably going to get cards for cheaper. Now, at the same time, the bigger streamers probably have cooler collections. So, there's pros and cons to both. But this is really quite cool. They also have things like an actual shop, which you can just go and buy things whenever you want, rather than having to wait for a specific thing. Oh, that's another really nice card. Rather than having to specifically wait for things to... That was only £2. Oh, dude, I should have bought that card. Okay. You're doing a video, Joe. Focus on the video. But there's like giveaways, there's follower giveaways, all that kind of stuff. So we actually have our own... one as well. If I go on to Walker Armory, so that's who we are. Walker Armory here. And so we are doing Whatnot streams as well. You can come check it out. You can bookmark. You can follow us and stuff. We generally, so something that's really cool about us that we're doing same weekday dispatch before 3 p.m. UK. So if you get your order into us before 3 p.m. UK, then we'll dispatch it same day. And then you can, so that's cool. What's really cool with Whatnot streams as well is you like pay initially for shipping. And then after that, for the rest of the stream, it's like free shipping, right? So it's a really nice way of, if you want to get some cards or some packs, you just pay one shipping cost, but you can get like a lot of variety and stuff. So it's really quite neat there. So that's the cool thing with Whatnot. It's just like this nice live space interface. And it's very appealing to get cards quickly. And we found as a business, we actually sell products really quickly on Whatnot. We don't necessarily make as good of a margin off of those products because a lot of the times we're actually selling very, very close to cost, especially if we're selling singles. Every time Whatnot is taking like something like a 30p charge or something like that. So it's quite expensive of a cost if we're only selling, say, singles. Like if we're selling single cards for £1, we lose quite a lot, especially since the cards probably cost us from like 50 to 70p to get a hold of. Then we're selling them for like £1, we're losing money on fees. So it's not really too great, we found, doing singles. We actually found singles are way better on eBay. And you can actually make a bit more on eBay from cards because I guess that's just the market over there. It's just different markets, right? Different expectations from people. So we found singles are actually really good on eBay. Whatnot is way better for just like hype and moving product quickly. So the thing with Pokemon in general is you're not making high margin at all. You're making 10, maybe 20% on any particular sale. And then you know there's fees and there's tax and stuff, so you're only probably making 10 to 20% margin. But the big thing we've noticed is it's just all about volume. It's generally a low value product, so you're just looking to shift a lot of volume, and that's how you're going to make the money because volume beats margin most of the time, right? Not always, but most of the time. So we found with Whatnot, like what's been really cool is just having a really nice, authentic, chill stream. We don't like being, you know, I've seen some streams where they're very much just like really pushy, quite insulting to the viewer as well, quite dismissive. They don't really seem interested in the actual cards. They don't really seem hype when people pull. I don't know, maybe if they're just too in deep with it, but they just don't seem like they're just there mentally, which is not some place that we ever want to be. We always like. We've been getting so hyped for every pull. We're disappointed when people don't hit for multiple reasons, right? Like people are less likely to buy again if they don't hit, but also it just feels crummy. Like you don't want people to be dissatisfied when you're selling them something. You make a nice burger for somebody and then you see them eat it and they're just not enjoying it. Like you want some pride in your work in a way. You want some pride in like people feeling good about what they're getting. So we like seeing people hit, and that's really exciting. So the Whatnot streams have been really hyped. They've been really fun. There's a lot more interaction. We've been getting to know people. So Ree, I don't know if Ree will ever see this video, but Ree has been coming into our Whatnot streams saying that she's collecting for her 2 young kids and trying to get some advice on how to go about starting a collection, what kind of things to look out for. So it's really cool to be able to interact with people like that and just give them like really great breakdowns on exactly how to start a collection. Like it's really special to be able to do that for people and know that like we're making like her day potentially and like her kids, and they're going to be excited to receive their cards and everything in their packs. That's really fun. So that's what we've been finding. Yeah. What we've really been finding is the shop is a really good place. So like I mentioned with so Walker Armory, this is our shop front, and this is where Jordan has all of like his miniatures and everything. As I showed, where he's like doing his 3D print for various things. Oh, he's even got some flipping Pokemon stuff, which is cool. But then also we've got our Pokemon TCG. So this is where we've got all of our products listed here. And again, we can just ship these to you guys raw. What's cool with the Whatnot streams is that people get to come and like we open them on stream for them, which is like more hype because they get to share it with everybody. But you know, if you just want to rip them at home by yourself, then you can do that here. And like I say, we do same day dispatch before 3 p.m., which is really awesome. And I think you have a couple of different delivery options so you can get your cards quite quickly. Because that's the thing. If you want to order from like Korea or Japan or something, you're going to be waiting a while to get your cards. Whereas like through us, you've got a trustworthy vendor because, you know, we have reputations. I've got my streaming reputation. Jordan's got his shop reputation here. So we want to be like a nice like middleman for you guys to get access to these cards. So we've been doing the shop here. These are also some things we've been doing, which are really cool. Oh my god. Okay, so these are all new actually. These look incredible. So we've got the licensing for these. I mean, come on. So these are like 3D printed Pokeballs. They're about like this big or so, right? They're decent size, and they're colored. They're Pokemon themed. They're really quite cool, actually. So we've got a few of these going. You guys can check these out too. That's what I think is quite cool when we're doing Whatnot streams and stuff, is we can do some cool giveaways. And we were giving away, we did a Mew and a Gengar of these, and people got really excited for them. People were really stoked about the giveaway for those. So there's some things we're doing there. We also have some singles over on eBay. So this is where you can check out some of our singles here and stuff. And we're finding, yeah, like eBay seems to be a good place for this, where we can just have some cards listed. You don't have to constantly be online. And yeah, but something that we're trying to do, I think something that we really quite like, is we feel like our quality is there, you know, like all of our cards pictured. We feel like we've got really good like photo quality and everything. And yeah, just like hopefully good, solid, trustworthy brand and product here. So that's everything that we've been doing in our first month. Is we've been creating the store. Jordan's put in a lot of work here to get the store up for Walker Armory. We've been trying to get as many Whatnot streams as we can, but we've actually fully sold out of product. And this is the problem with only having like we started with like £1,000 of our own money, and then we profited a bit where we maybe made like a few hundred on that £1,000, and then reinvested all of that back into more stock. And then we built up now where we've maybe got a couple grand in stock. So we maybe got $3,000 on the line within our first 30 days. We've probably made maybe somewhere around about the £1,000 mark in 30 days. That has involved maybe 6 Whatnot streams, eBay shop, and then Walker Armory, our actual website itself. So in that time, we've maybe made about that much. We maybe made about £1,000 or so profit, roughly, give or take. So we've fully sold out of everything as of the making of this video. We should have stuff back in stock within the next couple days. Yeah, you can see a lot of stuff is sold out because the Whatnot streams have been crazy. So we've actually found that we're running out of stock. So we've now taken all of the money that we've earned and we've just reinvested it fully back into more stock. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, getting it all. We're really excited about a couple sets that we're really excited about. So there's the Nihil Zero is the newest Japanese set, which is quite cool because it's just like it's the newest set. Japanese Mega Dream is really awesome because it's Ascended Heroes, but Ascended Heroes hit rates have just been terrible. So none of us have been satisfied with seeing them. Mega Dream EX in Japanese is really awesome because you get guaranteed hit rates. Sort of like gambling laws are different in Japan. They have to have at least a set number of hits, and Mega Dream EX, every single pack has at least an EX in. So it's a high class set, which just means that you're guaranteed more consistent hits. Another one with that is V-Star Universe, which isn't actually on our oh no, it is. But again, it's currently sold out. But V-Star Universe is Crown Zenith, but in Japanese or Korean, and the hit rates are crazy. It's also a high-class set, so the hit rates are just so high. We had one guy open up a box on stream because we bought one just to like test out how it would go, and people were freaking out, commenting like, "What is going on? Why are there so many hits in this set? What is going on?" So it's a little bit more expensive, right? If you compare it to other Korean boxes, right, it maybe is potentially double the price of other Korean products, but the hit rates are way better, I would say. So there's kind of, it's more worthwhile, more worthwhile investment. It's one of those things with Pokemon where you can invest a smaller amount of money, but maybe go home with nothing, or you can invest a bit more and guarantee that you're going to get something. And I think that for me, personally, as a seller as well, like now I feel like I've taken on a moral side when it comes to selling cards, is I want to sell the best product to give people the best chances of getting hit. So I really love on Whatnot doing rip till you hit, because we guarantee that you're going to get something. It feels crummy to buy a couple of packs and just not know if you're going to get anything. So there's that. Mega Dream in Japanese or Korean and V-Star Universe are both really, really cool. Then we have Korean 151, which is just 151 but in Korean, so really awesome. And then you have the Chinese 151, which has this exclusive Pikachu in, which is really hard to hit, but if you do, it's worth like 500 pounds. So the Chinese 151 is really cool because it's 151 cards, which I personally really like, but then there's also the chance of this exclusive Chinese-only card. Something I learned about as well is like Chinese cards now are officially printed in Japan at the Japanese facilities. So their print quality is really high, on par with the Japanese cards. But also in the bottom left corner of the card, there's actually there's a Pokemon stamp to show you it's a legitimate card. It's not fake. It's not, a ripoff. So that gives me a lot more peace of mind in collecting Chinese, knowing that I'm not gonna like get a bad grab or anything like that. Those are a couple cool sets. I'm really after as well the Evolution Chinese Gem 2 set. That's really cool because it's full of evolutions. So is the Terrestrial Festival, I believe it is also another set. I don't know if we have it on the shop here, but I do really want to get it on there. But this is a set. I think we have bought some. This is a set that is full of real cool evolutions as well. Terrestrial Festival. And then there is Eevee Heroes, which we're going to, I think, get as well, which has the Moonbryon, but in Korean. So the famous Moonbryon card. In fact, I might have it. If I can, yeah, I do have it. The famous Moonbryon card. Here it is. Yeah, boom. So this, but in Korean. So that's the Eevee Heroes set that we're going to try and get some boxes of. There's just another couple cards, like I was making a video earlier. These are a couple cards that I want to get a hold of. So like these are my current Korean chase cards. So this is the Umbreon in the, what set was it? The Terrestrial Festival. So that's a really cool chase card as well. So yeah, these are a couple things that maybe worth checking out. But yeah, that's what we've got going on. That's why we're kind of pushing a lot of the Asian cards as well, because we can just get you guys better deals, and that's kind of the aim there. So I think a really good start. I think we're all very happy with how things have been going. It's felt really bad to actually sell out, and we just don't have enough money yet. Even though we're selling cards, we need more money so we can get more stock, so we can just have a constant flow of income and never run out. So we can always have an order that's coming in. So this has felt really crummy at the moment to not have that. We've had to cancel Whatnot streams and things. So that feels really, really bad. But the review, I think we're happy with how it's built. We're really obsessed right now with trying to build this up. We've been putting in a lot of work into getting videos out, TikToks, doing Whatnot streams when we can, building up the websites. And yeah, that's what we've been doing. We've been working really hard on it. I think we're all very happy so far. The next thing we'd like to really do is aim for, apart from just building up stock and inventory and just continuing sales, we really want to build up our socials to get the word out to you guys. Like, if you're in the UK, check us out. And we really want to build up to getting to a trade show and going to a Pokemon card show and being a vendor there, having our own stall, having cards that people are going to want to buy, and having some product. What do you guys think? Can you let me know? Would you guys be interested if we just turned up with some just booster boxes and like packs of different Asian language sets? Would people be interested in that, do you think? Would you guys want to come and check that out? Because that would be pretty cool, I think. We could even maybe do some discounts of if you open the cards there and then in front of us. We'll even do a discount because it would be cool to see what you hit. And yeah, maybe we'll even manage to do something like that. That would be pretty cool. I think that's pretty standard. So we're investigating about a trade show. And then we also want to try and build up a collection of slabs. So that's graded cards. We want to build up a collection of that so that people can check those out as well. And then we've just bought a bunch of E-Series. So if you guys don't know, can I go Pokemon E-Series cards? So this is the E-Series. I don't know when they officially release, but my friend Paul is obsessed with E-Series. In fact, he just wants to build up a massive collection of these. But these are the cards that, like, their design has this, like, fat border on it, right? It's got, like, this E-Series border. So this was 2002. Okay, so yeah, long time ago that some of these E-Series came out. But we've just bought some E-Series. We bought, like, 100 of them. And we're just going to list those, I think, on like eBay and see how they do, see if anybody's interested. Again, right now, we don't have these massive high value cards of like, £1,000 cards and hundreds of pounds worth of cards. Like, we don't have those because we're just not established enough yet. But that's where we'd like to get up to eventually. So right now, a lot of our stock is maybe lower value. But the nice thing is that for you guys is that you can just build up a nice collection from us pretty quick. So that's what we got going on. I know this is a long video, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up of everything that we've got going on here and how we found our first 30 days. I think it's too early to tell if this could turn into a legitimate business, but we're hoping that it can become something that's full-time for all three of us. So, yeah, thanks very much for watching. If you want to share this video with your friends, if they might be interested in this sort of thing, let us, that'd be awesome. Comment any stuff that you want below, like, whatever you're thinking, whatever you think of the video and the channel and the content, and follow and subscribe and keep tabs on us, keep seeing how we go. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully this has been a fun video for you guys, and see you again.